Well, I'm really excited that we started our SEC play with a win. I felt like that was going to be a tough game. Felt like, some of the things that Missouri does well was going to give us some problems. You throw records out the door when it's game time. And, they shot the ball well. That's what they do. Really proud of our team, though. Really proud that we were able to get enough stops and put the ball in the hole enough to get a win and start the conference season off on a positive note.
Questions, please.
For Coach, with how Missouri shot the ball today, are you kind of glad they had the experience of facing 4 teams that shot 23s beforehand?
In theory, playing a lot of teams that shot the ball a lot early on with 5 of their players stepping out should have been really good for us. We still gave up 29 attempts from the 3-point line, but I think it did. The games that we played early on where our post had to step out behind the 3-point line, I do think it gave us a little bit of comfort going into this game that we'd seen that.
Kellie, did you feel like that you guys had to kind of work your way into this game? I mean, it looked like maybe the tempo was just a little bit different at the beginning with them. I mean, they're a little more athletic and they're hitting some shots. Was there a little bit of an adjustment period there for your kids? It looked like in the first quarter there was.
Yeah, in that first quarter, we had some really good defensive possessions, and then we had some possessions where they just knocked down threes. We overhelped, weren't quite as active on the ball as we needed to be. So it really was kind of up and down, but they made quite a few shots there. And when you do that, you go into the quarter behind at the end of the quarter. It took us a bit, but I think our players stuck with the game plan, understood where the adjustments needed to be made, and did a good job coming out of that first quarter.
Stop.
Coach Harper, the team was behind the first quarter, but in the second quarter, guys shut out Missouri. I mean, only had 7 points. How do you feel about the defense, especially in the second quarter?
Well, obviously we made the adjustments that we made weren't technical. It's just our players getting out and guarding a little bit better. Making maybe a few off the ball adjustments was something that we did, but for the most part, that's our players. Our players did a really good job of making Missouri uncomfortable and at least contesting some shots that were open.
Rennia and then Steve.
Rennia, you've been to a lot of SEC games, but a lot of your teammates, this was their first one. Was this a good taste for them that you could get behind, that you can build a big lead, that you can lose it, that you can build it right back? Do they have a better idea now what lies ahead?
I hope so. I mean, every night is gonna be like this. I try to help those who haven't played in the SEC game kind of know that, but every night is gonna be physical. At any point in the game, you can come back. At any point in the game, you can be losing. So just playing the full 40 minutes is something that we kind of been emphasizing.
Steve.
For Kellie, I think Massengill, things like 24 assists, 3 turnovers in her last 3 games. Just what's she kind of done lately to turn up her game a little bit?
Well, I think she has played very consistent. She's played steady. She has looked to distribute the ball. She's looked to really run the offense, and she communicates very well with the bench in terms of what we're trying to do, what we're trying to look for. She's playing with a lot of confidence right now, and I still want her to be a little bit more aggressive offensively, maybe in some transition opportunities. But obviously, very very proud of her play and how she is running the team.
Dan.
Luke, could you talk a little bit about the difference Keith made tonight and how, if she plays like that and scores like that going forward, how much of a difference that can make for this team?
I think TK is a huge difference maker for us, but a lot of it is just kind of us, giving her confidence, but also finding her and getting the ball to her and making sure, a lot of the time, a lot of our turnovers come from just missing the posts and stuff like that. So we just want to make sure that, we're hitting her at the right time, and we keep making sure that her mindset knows that she is a huge difference maker for us.
Any other questions? Maria.
Rennia, you went down late in the fourth quarter, and I thought the crowd was going to have a heart attack, and then you popped back up. Could you hear them panicking while you were down there?
Yeah, I thought he was gonna have a heart attack too. That's why I jumped back up. I'm good though.
Rob.
Coach, what's the game plan coming out of the half to get the ball down low to Key, and just kind of how good was that to see? Especially during the fourth quarter, y'all seemed to kind of dominate down low.
Well, I think one of the things that we talk about a lot as a team is getting the ball down to our post players, and we've been pretty effective doing that out of our secondary push. I think that Tamari gets a lot of opportunities there, and she was absolutely a difference maker on both ends for us today. She was terrific. She actually had to play tired probably for the first time in her career because I wouldn't take her out. But I think that's so good for us, to have that from her in an SEC game. Hopefully it will continue to give her confidence. Her teammates have a lot of confidence in her, and moving forward, I think she's got great potential.
Are there any other questions for the players? Dan, go ahead.
Kelly, what has been the progression for Key? Is it just learning to play hard for longer stretches, or is it like Lou's saying, maybe its teammates finding her inside and being mindful of getting her the ball? Where do you see that progression with her right now?
Well, I think for her, just the transition from high school to college is what she's going through, and how much more physical it is, how much more athletic, how much harder. It's not bigger for her, she's still bigger than everybody else, but playing people that they're just gonna be real aggressive at her. I think for her, we have wanted to get the ball to her a lot, and I think now she's showing a little bit more confidence to want the ball on the block. I think that's a growth to me for a lot of post players. Just to have that edge about them that they want the ball on the block, and I think there were definitely times today that she wanted it down there.
Maria?
Lou, you had to watch the SEC last season. I know you've already obviously played in your first games at Tennessee, but is there something a little different about starting SEC play and being on the floor?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a big jump from going from preseason to SEC, but I think a lot of us, it's fun, it's exciting, and I think that's kind of where we're not intimidated by anyone, we're not scared, we just have our mindsets in the right spots to make sure that this is the kind of basketball we want to play every night.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.